Did God the Father create his son Jesus?
Yeah, we get that question a lot. People think that because Jesus is referred to as the only begotten Son, that means there was a day when he was born. When it talks about him being begotten, he's the only begotten Son in that he was the only time God was incarnate, born as a human. But Christ said, before Abraham was, I am. And that's one of the terms that God, Jehovah, used to identify himself as eternal. The same characteristics of God the Father are the same characteristics of Jesus. God is omnipresent, he's all powerful, he's all knowing, and he also is eternal. From everlasting to everlasting. You look in Revelation, he's the Alpha and the Omega. Jesus has always existed. One reason we know that God the Father did not create Jesus, well, for one thing, some people think, well, he's the Father, he must have had him, he's a son. Well, where's the mother? So don't take that analogy too far. He tells us about the father-son relationship just because he's talking about his being our protector, our provider, his love for us. But the Bible tells us all things that were made by him, namely Jesus. Well, he didn't make himself. And what's the simplest definition of God? God is
love.
Love. Can you have love when there's only one being? If I was on an island all by myself and there's no other humans or animals around, and I just said, I'm just so glad I can love everybody. Well, I'm not loving if there's nobody there. In order for God to be love in his essence, there must have always been more than one entity. You can't be love if there's nobody to express love to. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So Jesus has always been.
All right, and you know, when they talk about the Trinity, they also talk a lot about having three people in order to express real love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.